Well, hello, my dear friends. How are you doing today? I hope you're having a wonderful day. All right, so I am going to pour this one again, but this time I'm using a plug in this, and what I'm pouring again is the turtle. I did this previously on another video, but you can see it's just so much resin in there, and I actually want to do this into like a shaker, but yeah, that's not going to work. It's a shaker mold. So I made these plugs a while back, and it should be it's one of my other videos. I will try to get that video linked to this, and so I'm trying to make sure that this is all cleaned out, because silicone tracks everything. And I will just see, look, there's hair. I'm just going to try to let that set in there. So, and I will repour this, and I will repour this very similar colors to what I did this one. Maybe not so much green. I'm going to try to get a little bit more on the blue side on it. So I am measuring my resin, and I am using the fast curing again. So hopefully with the plug in it, it should be fine. I am going to do I don't know if I should do 4 ounces. Maybe let's see here. Maybe I'll try, do 4 ounces. Just do 4 ounces. So I'm going to do 2 ounces of part A and 2 ounces of part B. And it's a little chilly in here, so my resin is a little bit on the thick side. It's already a high viscosity resin to begin with. Ooh, I thought I went way over. I was so scared there. But my bottle was touching my cup. One more little drip, and that will do it. Close enough. Yep, there we go. I don't know if y'all can see that. All right, I actually need to spray this so I can wipe things off here, keep everything all tidy. Winter is always fun when you're trying to do resin work because everything is cold, and I do try to put it on like a heating mat to try to keep it, not so thick. Oh, trying to get the cap off that. All right, let me zero this one out, and let's do another 2 ounces. Now, the reason I am weighing my resin is because I don't think my cups are calibrated as accurate, and I just wanted to do a test to see if I could run out of both parts, part A and part B of the resin at the same time. And I think it does have a lot to do with my cups not being so calibrated. So I'm just trying to focus on this and talk at the same time. It's a challenge. I don't want to go over. Come up. There we go. By the time it drips in there, it will be good. Get that in there, wipe my glove off. And let's make sure this is wiped off. Be careful if you're wiping your bottle, and make sure it doesn't have the other part of the resin on it, because it will seal it shut on you. All right, let's see here. Let's close you up and put you away, and I can get that out the way. Make sure I don't have any, that's not resin, no, that's alcohol on it. And I tend to use the 91% alcohol. I used to, when I first started, I used the 99%, but it was so darn expensive. And so oh gosh, it's so thick. Wow. I'm going to try to get this all mixed up here, and I'm mixing it by hand. And by it being thick, yeah, it's a ton of bubbles in it. And I will go and get this mixed up, and then I will be back. All right, so I've got my resin all mixed up, and yes, there is quite a few bubbles in it. But since it's such a thick resin, I can't really put it in my debubbler because I don't think it's strong enough to be able to handle that. So I am going to put some of my Dazzling Diamond in it, which y'all know by now. I put it in just about everything. Yeah, let's just get that all mixed up. And I try to keep it away from my little mixing stick when I pour it on, because it will stick to it and it's very hard to get it all mixed up and incorporated. That happens. So I've got that in there. Now, what I am thinking about doing is just dropping the these are dyes, resin dyes. I think I am just going to drop them in here, and hopefully they will kind of like make a pretty pattern. I don't want it as like green as the other one, so I am probably using more blue. And you actually use more of the inks and dyes when you do it this way. I'm just gonna drop in a couple drops in there, and we'll see what we get here. A little drop right there, one right there. It'll all mix up. And while I'm doing this, it's just giving this resin a chance to kind of like debubble itself. And I can see bubbles popping everywhere. I am putting one drop of this green in here, and hopefully it does not take over everything. Just tapped it on there, and let's get pouring. I think I'm going to do this part first. And hopefully I can get a really nice like design in here, that the dyes will just kind of like do their thing and kind of like just kind of like mesh together. I will give it a little helping hand, of course. I kind of like let it do its thing right there for right now. And I am going to pour some in here into the shell part. I'm really trying to be careful not to get like bubbles up into that part right there. So what I will do is just kind of like go around the edge of it, just kind of like roll it, let it get some resin up in there, kind of like get the dyes moving around in there too. And I really want this to kind of like be, I don't know, somewhat clear with a little bit of color. And I think that's what I'm getting right there. I'm just gonna keep rolling this around and letting it go up into that little ledge right there. Do it slowly. So I'm hoping that will prevent the bubbles, but I don't know. Just roll it again. And now this, let's see here, let's put some more in here. I'm just kind of winging this. I'm not sure if it's going to work, but you know, I am going to give it a try. Just rolling it again so those colors can kind of like blend in. Just doing this so I can see what the dyes are doing. Let them mix together some. And I know I am going to have to kind of like, let me try to put some on this without making a huge mess. Kind of like batter it. So I just don't want to get real big air bubbles in that. So I'm just, did I do it the right way? I think I did. And let's pour some more in here. Ooh, let's pour a little bit more in there. Don't know how much I am going to need, but y'all think I should put some more colorant in there? Maybe a little bit more. Let's set you right there because I don't want resin dripping all over me. Oh goodness, y'all see what I am making a full out mess right now. I rolled it a little too much. Oh my gosh. This should have been a simple little project. Yeah, no. You know how that goes though, right? I forgot how full it was. And so I just started rolling. And rocking and rolling here. Alright, let's try to get some of this cleaned up. So I don't want resin everywhere. Alright, let's get you cleaned up. Because I don't want to get it on my sleeves. I don't want to get it on me. Alright. Let's see here. I am just going to kind of like set this down in here. The only thing is, I don't think it's going to get up in there. Oh. Alright, I gotta work with that. I think I need some more in here. It's gonna be a little bit messier than what I anticipated. Oh no. You know, this was supposed to be simple. What happened? What went wrong? Me thinking it was going to be a simple process. That's what went wrong. All right, let's get some more resin in there. Because I need it to squish up into... Oh, gosh. You have those days where you just feel like, yep, it all just gets messy. It just gets messy, messy. All right, that should be enough. I'm really hoping. And gosh, I am going to put some of this peacock in here. Put a drop of that. I may have too much resin in here though now. I don't want that green because I don't want it to turn all green. One more drop of this. Make sure you don't have resin on your hands to get it all up in your thing there. I'm just going to kind of like swirl that around. Make sure it's up under there. Really want it to go up in there. I don't know if it is or not. I hope it is. Alright, let's give this a whirl again. Ugh. I don't like getting my fingers dirty. Alright, it looks like it's going up in there. And I may actually have too much resin in there. Alright, that's fine. Whatever oozes out, I will put in there. I'm just going to try to get my popsicle stick up in there so it can go in there. Who knows if this is going to work. I'm going to push it down some more. Wow. Push a little bit more out. What a mess. All right. A little bit more in. All right. Wow. It's a lot of resin I'm taking out. A lot. to do one more push down. All right. Now hopefully it is up under the ledge there. I'm hoping it is. But we will find out. We shall find out. One more. There. Wow. It's enough to fill this up all the way. All right, I think that's probably good. But I do see like a bubble right there. Let's see. A little bubble in there. Oh, come on, please. No bubbles. Come on, get in there. Oh, goodness. All right, just kind of squeeze it. I do have to make sure it's enough resin in there so that it does fill that. Oh, don't be lopsided now. Don't go all wonky on me. Alright, well, now this silicone right here should float. It shouldn't drop down. And it's up enough where I should be able to just pull it out. Now, let's see what's going on with this stuff here. Let's get this mixed up a little bit more. Kind of like swirl it around some. And let's make sure it's up under there. Make sure we don't have any bubbles or anything. And I am going to put some more in here. Oh gosh, my hands are so very, my hands are so sticky. Let me get another paper towel, because that's just like, oh. All right, let's, I'm trying not to get my spray bottle all coated with like resin as well as I do this thing. All right, let's put some more in here. Doesn't need that much more. So I did only need like 3 ounces. But that's okay. I'd rather have too much than not enough. And I will find probably another shaker, something to put that in. And since this is the base, it can have a little bit more color in it. And just kind of like swirl that around, make sure the legs have some. Just want to make sure that there's no bubbles. Trying to babysit that a little bit. All right. Let me top this off. And then I will be back for demold, and hopefully I can either make a shaker or just a little nightlight type of thing with a tea light in it. But we shall see. All right. I will be back. All right, it's time to demold. So, yes, I have plenty of extra here, so y'all see me demold these. These are just fun to demold because it's like, wow, out of little of nothing, you can make that, right? So, just fast forward through it if you don't want to see it. Yeah, and you can just, that over pour right there, you can just kind of like peel it off, Now this was on my heating mat. Well, it was under the curing machine. And I used the Let's Resin curing machine. Yeah. So, again, you see how you just peel that off. I'm going to scooch these out the way. I'm not sure how this is going to turn out. Because I was just trying to get the resin in there. But let's see. Might turn out really good. Oh, yeah, it has one huge bubble right there. And that's just because I didn't go through it all and get it out. But, yeah, I might be able to do something with that. Maybe put some rhinestones or something on it. I don't know. We'll see. But, yeah. All right. What's next? We have one of the shaker turtles. Let me see if I can pull my camera back some. There we go. Everything still feels kind of warm, so I must have just shut off. Ooh, that turned out kind of pretty. Oh, 2 big bubbles right there. Let's get bubbles right there, or somewhere in that vicinity. But yeah, overall, other than that, it's pretty good. And for it to be the fast cure, and plus me putting it under the heating machine, that, you know, could trap a lot of the bubbles in there too. So, all right, I can clean that later. Always clean your molds when you get done, because that resin messes with them. All right, what should I do first? Let's do this first. Yes, I'm saving that shell for last. Well, let's see what we got here. I rarely ever use my curing machine, but I am liking using it now, because it gets the stuff cured. You can get some projects done. That looks nice. Yeah. Don't feel any bubbles or anything. There's some micro bubbles right around there, but nothing, you know, you can just, the micro bubbles make it feel kind of like rough like. Let me see if this one has the same thing. I wonder if it's the actual mold. Could be the actual mold that has something on it. But I think it's more so the micro bubbles. Yeah. But I like that. I like the way that looks. It's nice and clear the way I wanted it to be, yet it has some color kind of like going through it. Like, look at the head part. All right, now this is going to be, this is going to be it, to see how this turned out. Oh, goodness. Oh, am I nervous? Yes. Let's see. Get the plug out. Oh, the plug comes out. Ah, you know what? It's not a shiny plug, so, I am having the hardest time with this thing. I'm telling you, it just hit me because, see, it's dull in there, but, well, there's like a couple bubbles right there. Oh, no, what I was afraid of. Yeah, there's a huge bubble right there, but let's just keep going with it. Let's not get discouraged, right? Ah, that is sharp. That is sharp. Hopefully it's not affecting the outside of the shell. I just don't want to cut my hand on this. Ooh, that plopped out. Well, the shell looks really good. All right, so it did not affect the outside of the shell. So this is more so just the inside of the shell, and I don't. Yeah, I do need that, because that's what makes it catch. So, I still don't think it will be a shaker, because my plug is matte and it made that matte, even though this has some shine to it. and it's pretty thick right there. You can see where the plug ended at. But I am wondering if I can get lights in there. Hold on, let me check something. I have to make some shiny plugs. That's what I need to do. I didn't think about that. About the plugs needing to be shiny. Did not. That I never gave that a thought. So you can see right here where there was a huge bubble. So that portion right there is what keeps this from sliding off. But it will stay on enough because it has that and a little bit of that. So I'll have to see what I can do about that. But I like that. It's not as heavy, of course, because it didn't use as much resin. But let me see. Let's see. I don't know if I have a tea light that I can grab, but because that's what I was thinking to fit in there. Yeah, I'm not sure where I put my tea lights at, but I can use maybe some of these. This might work just as well, but we'll see if we can see that through there. And I don't even have to unfold that. Put you up in there. Oh, usually it flashes. First, 1, 2, 3. Let's see if the whole thing... Oh, that's so cute. It will stay in there, I think. Let's see here. Let's do it. I want that up in the shell. That's kind of cute. What do y'all think? Not bad. You can see right there where those bubbles are, where they got trapped up under there. Yeah. I like that better than it being so thick. Yeah, I actually like that. And I'm not sure if I'll be outlining it or not. I like that. Y'all let me know what you think. What you think about that. If I can find one of my little tea light molds, I'll see if one of those will fit in there. 'Cause typically the tea lights are about the depth of this, because that's what I made it with. So the tea light may be too thick because this won't fit. Yeah, so I think a tea light might be too thick for it. So this would be the best thing, because I can just kind of like stuff that up in there. And yeah, I like it. That would make a super duper cute night light. Wow. That would be so cute. I still wanted to make a shaker mold. I wanted this big thing to be a shaker mold. Oh, but that's cute. What do y'all think? So because the shell isn't as thick, and plus there's light, it looks slightly different. But with the light off, I think it would probably, yeah, with the light off, it works pretty good, the coloring. Yeah. What do y'all think? Y'all let me know. All right, I'll get some pictures of this. I'm not sure if I am going to paint this. Maybe I will do like a silver on it. What do you think? This one has silver. Should I put silver on here? Yeah, maybe I'll put silver on there. All right, let me see if I can find a Sharpie or a marker. I have to figure out what I am going to do with this right here. I'm not sure what I can do with that. Not sure. Because that'd be pretty hard to build up. But I think that is super adorable as a nightlight. Alrighty then, sorry for the flashing. For that. All right, well, thank y'all so much for watching. I'll have some pictures of this. And I'm just trying to, like, you know, I think that's a good fit for this. I don't know. I am pleasantly surprised and happy for the way it turned out. There are some bubbles in there, but it doesn't affect the outside of it by any means. And that would make an absolutely adorable nightlight. I think it would. I really do. Imagine having like 3 or 4 of those. That would be cute. All right, my dear friends. I know I've started to end this video. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment and let me know how you would do this and what other colors I should do this in, and whether or not that actually looks like little crystals in there. Those air bubbles do. I don't know if y'all can see that. Can y'all see that? All right. Well, thank you again. And most importantly, don't forget, JLU. Bye.